the Minnesota Vikings, taking on the Chicago Bears.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis, we welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
37-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
That'll be complete to Cook. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3. It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Play fake. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Back to throw again. That's complete right around the 8. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Play is under review.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Santos lining up for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Bears nothing.
Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bears take over first and...
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the 3rd overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
They run. Montgomery. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Ball carrier. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The 22-yard line. It's a gain.
Give to Cook out of the gun.
2nd and 3.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Carrier. Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down.
Looking to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And even 50 receiving yards for him now in this first quarter alone, and also a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Punt, 5 yards on the return, and the Bears take over.
30-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
That incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Darnold on 1st down. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's caught by Montgomery. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Chicago.
Montgomery back to the ground. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. Brings up second down.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's third down.
Third and long, it's Darnold.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
15-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
David Montgomery.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Down at the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Darnold from the gun. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, Montgomery. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
A pickup of 2.
2 minutes on the clock. 2nd quarter. 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time's got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Darnell Mooney.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Onto the field now come the Bears. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Bryce Callahan. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they're the recipient of a nice gift here late in the half with a real chance to put points on the board.
And it's been a difficult half for them in terms of putting points on the board. So here with this gift, with this opportunity, they've got to find a way to cash it in.
He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And Cook has it left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16, the 40, 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Daniel Carlson.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. Darius Slayton, a touchdown.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and it's third down.
On third down, they go Montgomery. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Fourth down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
The 41-yard line.
Second and 11 at the 41. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to get this one down to Cook.
The pass.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Now back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. As they take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Darnold. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
The Bears offense ready to get going again.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Caught left side Hopkins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
At the 35-yard line.
Now left side on the swing pass. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
On third down, it's Montgomery. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Back to throw, Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Montgomery. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Darnold. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
Daniel Carlson.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Fielded at the 43. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
At the 37-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants.
Darnold, he lost the football. That ball popped free. We could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Here's Darnold. But the man is Kmet, the tight end. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Running for it, Montgomery. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Complete to Devontae Adams. A gain of
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
The 24-yard line.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he whips that one incomplete there. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
The quarterback sacked.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
They're going for Jefferson downfield.
And it is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. On first down, Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Vikings.
Now Montgomery. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
Nelson on the tackle.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Darnold on first down. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for only a couple. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
7-yard line.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Carlson on for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, well, man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
The pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, don't let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Minnesota Vikings.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
10 at the 42-yard line.
We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's caught on the right side at Smith. He takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside.
The pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
That's good.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. A big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game. Exactly the formula.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And he'll bang that one through. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On first down, Montgomery. Great move by Montgomery. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. On second down, Montgomery. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And they take a knee.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for Chicago, they fall a game under 500 now.